Welcome to the Agents of the Unexplained podcast. From a haunted abandoned asylum to Sasquatch lurking in the dark woods and watching you, and all things unexplained, here are the stories from outside our realm. With your host, Bill Rigby.
And my beautiful co-host, Tara. Hey, okay. Here's what we're going to do tonight. Larry from Conshohocken was supposed to be on, but haven't been able to get a hold of him. So I made a phone call as the Bigfoot Mafia enforcer and I had to really reach out and get this person and explain to him that I didn't want to break his toes. He is the founder of Woodbury, Ohio Bigfoot, Dogman of Ohio. He is a jokester, not a hoaxer, a jokester. He's a good friend of mine, good friend of Mike Hartman's. The one and only Shane Spencer.
Howdy, folks.
Hi, Shane.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, pain in the ass. But with all honesty, Shane, you know, you and me, we joke around a lot. Mike jokes around a lot. But when we get right down to it about our research.
Yeah, that's a separate part of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a serious part for me. So.
Yes, me too. And hi, Teresa. How you doing? I was really looking forward to having Larry on, but I couldn't get a hold of him. And you graciously stepped in, and I do appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate the future T-bone steak too, Bill. I appreciate that. So.
That's coming from Mike.
Oh, that's he can't eat nothing for a while, so yeah.
Yeah, that's coming from Mike. He's probably gonna cook it for us at the camp out.
That'll work.
But yeah, that would. But with all honesty, when it comes down to the research end of it all, we might joke amongst ourselves, but we get serious about the research.
Yeah, absolutely. And
walk me through how you and Mike's been doing it.
Well, me and Mike, we like to recon an area before we do a night investigation. When we look for simple things like water sources, also we're looking for diversity in the woods. You know, we don't know exactly what the Bigfoots eat, their diet. So if you got a woods with different types of trees and plant life, because some woods are completely different. Some of them don't have hardly any ground vegetation, and some of them do, and some of them have swamps and bogs and bugs. I've been in woods before that the mosquitoes and the biting flies are terrible. I mean, run you out of the woods. You go down the
salt pork.
Yeah,
good camp in the middle of July.
August.
August. But when September hit last year, we were there. The mosquitoes weren't bad at all.
Yeah,
and the weather was great. So I don't know.
Yeah, you can go down the woods road 4 or 5 miles, and the bugs will be fine. It just depending how much laying water's around, the different type of vegetation that's in the forest seems to attract the flies and the mosquitoes. But what me and Mike pretty much do, we made some group guidelines that we go by when we go out. You could call them rules, but we've been in agreement. We've been trying out different things that would, with our research, that would work, that's been working. or hasn't worked or
Yeah.
sort of on the fence that, yeah, we've had activity tonight. We put a imitation orb up, and what that is you can buy these right here at the dollar store. What you do,
Okay.
you pull this tab, and there's a glow in there, like a glow ball. Then
All
we
right.
take them, bow them up, and put some fishing line on and a weight, and throw them up in a tree to where you can see all around. And the red ones look like a red moon, and the white ones, it just looks like a bright moon, especially on a real dark night.
What
But we
dollar
had-
store?
What's that?
What dollar store you get those at?
I think it's Dollar General there that the wife goes to and got them for us.
Well,
But
those are
we-
neat.
Check that out.
Yeah.
and I'm not necessarily a believer in some of this stuff, but there are so many reports of people seeing orbs with Bigfoot. I can't
Uh-huh.
write it up.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
even though I've never seen one, so we've been setting them up, and we have had, possible Bigfoot activity, whoops and bipedal walking and howls. And we can't
Huh.
say for sure whether the orb helped bring it in, but we know that it didn't hurt it because we had the imitation orb up and we had
Mhm.
action. So that's one thing that we do. Then we used bait traps.
Right.
I know some people are for them and against them, but we've never had a negative effect yet with them. Or as something like, I get these sardines right here and tuna in the pack. What I do, or I should say we do, because it's a group effort, I put fishing line up on a trail about 6 feet high. Then I go from that about 20, 30 feet and put bait usually on like a teepee on sticks. Then I
Okay.
put another fishing line 6 foot down, 6 foot up, maybe another 20 feet down. So something would have to, if it was on trail, would have to move the fishing line. A deer would go under it, a coon, stuff like that. Then when we make the tripod and putting the bait on top, we usually tie weeds around. So if a coon
Right.
comes up there and gets it, it's going to knock the weeds down from the
Mhm.
top of the middle of the sticks. But if a Bigfoot came and the weeds wasn't disturbed and the bait's gone, then we can say something reached up 3 foot and then knock the weeds around, and one of the fishing lines is down. I use like 6-pound test, and I can't say whether a Bigfoot can see that at night or not. It looks like a spider web, actually. But we instilled that. We don't use white lights at night. We either use red or green for the simple fact, most animals, if you put a white light on them, sometimes deer freeze in the headlights, but a Bigfoot's cover, this is our way of thinking. A Bigfoot's cover is darkness. He comes
Right.
out close to your camp. If you put a white light on him, you're taking his security away. If you
Mhm.
want to wall one into your bait trap or get one on thermal or night vision. So we generally use red and green, and the green works seemingly better than the red. It's easier on your eyes.
Mhm.
It's got
Right.
you can go in and out with it, which helps too, because Mike actually got that. You remember that video where he had the eye shine?
Yeah.
He caught that with a red light. We had never seen the eye shine, but we scanned the woods as we're walking the trail, and he caught that eye shine. Well, as
Mhm.
soon as he caught it, he was up there with the night vision reporting of what he caught. And so that helped.
Hi, Jay.
That
Jay
helped.
Pouches.
Oh, okay.
He
So
just
that's
said
a
hi,
good-
all.
Hey, Jay. He was just out here the other night. Had a good time.
Yes. And
Uh,
I was going. There was a question in there for you about Jay. How did you enjoy going out with him?
Oh, absolutely. We've been out before over the years, on and off, and we've always had a good time. Jay's real knowledgeable on the different plants and vegetations and roots and things, that's one thing that I'm wanting to grow in and learn more on is
Yeah.
that.
I got nothing but respect for Jay. Nothing but respect. That man, you know, I'd seen some of the best pictures that he took. He showed me. And
he's
it's
got
like,
a good. Yeah, he's got some excellent pictures. When we was
Oh.
out here last week, he got a real good capture.
yeah.
He definitely puts the time in and dedicated to what he does.
Yes, he does. He is very dedicated. Nothing but,
And that's what it usually takes if you're going to get any evidence or something
Yes.
convincing. You know, you're going to have to dedicate some time. But
yeah.
and we sort of instill another rule that if you leave the camp, you have night vision or thermal on. Because if you leave the camp and you see something and you don't have them, then all you got's a story. Well,
Mhm.
everybody's got a story about Bigfoot or something
Yeah.
happening. You know? But if you got proof of it, you can share that story, and that's going to help us prove the existence of Bigfoot if we can get thermals of them, night vision of them. Josh Hensley actually sets up a tripod.
Right.
It was awesome too. He had his thermal, he had a big iPad screen, and he just sits there in his little rocking chair. He's got one of them rocking chairs.
Yeah.
Just sits there and watches his screen, and if he something goes down that path, you know, that he's got it on, you know, he's going to have, all he has to do, he can record it all the time, or if we hear something, you know, he can press the button, and record it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know, it's things like that that's going to help with our proving and get habitat protection for Bigfoot. That's my main goal, is habitat protection. Because if you don't have the
Exactly.
habitat, you're not going. If you lose your habitat, then you're not going to have Bigfoots around. You know?
All right.
Simple
Like you're
fact.
saying there, I got interviewed to be in a book. And the one question that was asked to me, and I answered it right away, and with very seriousness. All right, let's say somebody got a Bigfoot, got the body,
Okay.
got the proof that the Bigfoot's there. Do you give up searching then and researching?
No. There's still a lot to learn, even with the body.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
You've got the anatomy of him, but you don't have his. You know what he.
That's exactly what I said. I said I would
Yeah.
not give up because I still want to know the who, what, and whys of it.
Yeah,
Yep.
you want to know if they migrate or not, what food
Mhm.
sources, what areas they all of them migrate or none of them migrate, or you know, there's just a whole lot to,
Exactly.
Yep.
you know.
And with all honesty, yeah. He said half the people interviewed said they quit researching.
Oh
Oh,
gosh, no.
And I snapped on that one. I said, that's bullshit. You know, and they're only out there for the money and the fame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A
Yeah,
true
exactly.
researcher wants to know the whole 9 yards
Oh
about it.
yes. Oh yes.
Absolutely.
From the scientific point,
Yeah.
I mean, I graduated with a major in marine biology, and like just things that we learned, like yeah, we had like carcasses come up on the beach and we would dissect them, and yeah, that was great. We could see different things inside of them that could different functions of the body, and what's different from this one versus this one. And
Oh
but
yeah.
like we're still doing research on their behavior, because there's many animals out there that we don't know their behavior. Like yeah, it's great we have a body, but we don't know anything about it. Like we need to do more
Exactly.
research, and
Yeah, right.
yeah, and that
Yeah,
just
we don't. Yeah, we
intrigues
don't know
me.
what all the wood knocks mean. You know, we got an idea that
Exactly.
one means, "Hey, here I am over here," and
Yeah.
one answers back, but we don't know their
But
language.
is it them doing the wood knocks?
It's hard to say. There's theories that
I
they
believe
do
they
mouth
are.
knocks
Yeah.
and chest. You know, beat their chest. It's hard to say. We don't till we see one actually doing it. We won't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I believe they are, from my own experiences. And yeah, I like to study, like you said, their language. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's just this rabbit hole got too many damn questions in it, and it keeps getting deeper and deeper.
I love
And,
Yeah,
rabbit holes.
it, it
and
definitely does.
but you go out all the time, Shane, looking for
Yeah,
answers.
I figured it out the other day. I'm average of 5 or 6 hours a week hiking. So if you take that and times it by three, just say 300 days a year, because there's some days you can't get out with
Hmm.
cold weather, the rain, or that. That's a lot of miles. I mean,
Yeah.
but I enjoy doing it. It's healthy for you. And you get bored if you just went and look for Bigfoot. But there's so much out there,
Oh my God,
with
yes.
the plants and the trees, the waterfalls, the creeks. You got to take it all in. So,
Gary.
that's my safe place, the woods.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's my solace too. Gary Overfield says the ones that would stop are probably not doing research. They're only trying to prove that Bigfoot exists. Yeah, for the fame and fortune.
Hmm.
Yeah. The wrong reasons. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's guys like you, Mike Hartman, Jay Fouch, Jamie and Jenny, Fred Saluga, even old Fred Saluga. He was out Friday and he still fell down at 74 years old, getting out there hiking.
Oh, wow.
I'm one of the, I say I'm one of the fortunate ones. Fred's been researching 50 plus years. He's 74 years old.
Wow, that's a long time.
He never saw a Bigfoot yet. So I say I'm one of the fortunate ones that I actually got to see one.
Oh, absolutely.
I always know if I see the orbs, I know I'm going to see one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that night, my first camp out at Salt Fork that I put on, Jay came after work. And we walked over to his car to get something out. I can't remember what I think more pictures. I might be wrong, Jay. If I'm wrong, let me know. All of a sudden, we heard this whoop. It was over this way. Then over this way, there was 3 orbs traveling. They were rotating. They were actually going through a trees. And that. And me and Jay's following them. I'm surprised we didn't wake up half the camp because we're going down behind everything. Hey, Mr. Dave Rupert, how you doing? So I'm interested about the orbs with them too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you just find a body and say that's it, excuse me,
Yeah, there's a lot much more to it than that. Yeah.
And I got a lot of respect for you, even though you and me and Mike, we mess with each other and that, but we got a lot of respect for each other too.
Oh, absolutely.
And about the research, you got this summer, I didn't get out that much, as you know, and that still pisses me off. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Debbie Preggy's out here.
Hello. Another thing me and Mike can steal, whatever idea he comes up with, or I come up with, or Josh, or David, or whoever, we back them 100%. Whether we agree with the method or what, we put our best foot forward to help them out to, hey, I want to try this idea tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We don't argue. We just say, hey, sure, yeah, we're going to help you out as much as we can, what we need to do. And that makes it so much fun when you get to try different ideas and you can reflect back on it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's all about getting along with everyone, and that, hey, it's no big I in our group at all. It's just everybody puts in and contributes.
All right. The other night when you and Jay and Josh were out, that's 3 different groups. from 3 different groups working together for the common cause. And
Absolutely.
that's something I've been preaching from frickin' day one. We all got to work together. We don't have to get along, but we got to work with each other. It's
True.
nice that we get along, but let's work together. Let's get this figured out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you learn their way of doing things and different methods for research. And you might
Yeah.
only use like 1 out of 10 things, but that's something that you gain for your research. And you might add something that they might learn. And
Exactly.
it's exciting to me. I mean, when somebody comes up with a new idea, hey, let's try the orb thing or the fishing line thing or
Yeah.
I got to show you the perimeter detectors. Let me get them here.
Yes.
They are-
Michael Anthony, my man. He's the one that actually got me into doing podcasts.
These are awesome.
I'll never forgive you, Mike. I never forgive you, buddy. Let me see this.
We got, I don't know, let me see where, there it is. We got these this spring, and you got a little button up here, and it'll flash. And we set them up 5 to 6 foot in the tree, and we'll do a perimeter around our camp. Or if it ain't a good area to do a complete circle, we'll cover the paths. They're supposed to be non-IR. There's 5 of them. Then you got a little monitor here. I'll turn it on. And you can make it vibrate and beep if something breaks that one of them 5 beams. And there's numbers on here that
Right.
actually light up. That way, with this thing goes off like that, that means something's broke the beam on 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So what that helps us, it's cool, ain't it? What it helps us do is, hey, number 5 went off. It might be a deer, might be an owl, but get your night vision, get your thermal, and be ready. It's down the path 100
Where did you
yards.
get that at?
Amazon.
How
Yeah,
much?
on Amazon.
How much?
$220.
For all
Correct.
5 of them in the monitor.
Yeah. And they take
Okay.
the batteries. I've only replaced the batteries 1 time on the receiver here. The monitors I haven't even replaced yet. They're like AAA.
Wow.
They last forever. But it's real good. Like I said, an owl could break the beam. But if you have them up high enough, maybe a deer could go under it. I don't know how far they go down, but it gets you alert. And plus, it's exciting when you're sitting there and you're just quiet.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Something's coming. What is it? And it might just be something, like I said, like non-Bigfoot, but it gets you adrenaline going.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like that. I like it.
and we put them by food traps also. So if something
Right.
comes into our food trap, we know, and we try to get an area where it's muddy, or like Mike said, break up an area where we can get proof, a foot trap.
Mm-hmm.
Cameras, Josh is getting, I think he said he had 3 non-IR trail cameras. They're non-IR, so they're a blocker in them or something that I want to get more of them next year to put on our food traps. And even if we get a coyote or a deer, it's still neat. It's still part of bigfooting, all the wildlife.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
If you
it's
get a
fun.
coyote, Bigfoot can be there too.
Yeah. Our next thing we're wanting to do is get a live chicken. And there's a couple nice ponds with some open fields a mile off the road, and tie a rope around the chicken's leg and put some glow sticks around it. That way, chickens are quiet when it's dark out. And to get it to cluck it, a coyote might come in, or might call a Bigfoot too, you don't know, it's just, but it would be neat either way to catch on thermal or night vision, a coyote coming in to the chicken you put out there. So
I'd be pissed if coyote get my chicken.
yeah, I would probably run after him and try to get him back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you go after your birds though. I think your birds would be safe. I don't think there's enough
Dave
meat on the
Rupert
bone
did
for them.
turkeys.
Yeah, Dave Rupert did turkeys.
Turkeys? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good one. That would be more native to them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, in the woods. So that's an idea. Yeah, I could get some turkeys. So it would work out.
Start raising some.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, then Mike's wanting to get he's wanting to save up for a thermal drone that he said he found one that'll actually hover for an hour.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
in the fall or early spring, or even in the summer, if there's a field and some bogs and ponds,
Yeah.
we can put that up 1,000 feet and just watch the screen. Is anything
Mhm.
going to show up? And
Yeah.
because usually when you're squatching, you're only covering a couple acres at camp. You're in
Yes.
thousands of acres. You're only covering 2 or 3 acres right there. But if you got the
Oh yeah.
drone,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
yeah, it would help.
Yeah, that's the thing. Those drones, I don't care. They're expensive.
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah, they are.
Mike got to do a hell of a lot more towing. Yeah, he got to stay on 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the bad part.
We'll have to start a group drive, so maybe we can get one with the guys that we go out. Everybody chip in. David Wickham, he's real good about that. He's always getting little things to add to the group, and
Yes.
So
Tater's great. I love Tater. He's great.
he is.
It's at like 7:27. Let me take it to the news here. Let me get there. Which one is it? Oh yeah, here we go. Maybe
How long's the news for?
6 minutes.
Okay, I got time for refill then.
Ah, yes, we're on our third voyage of Agent Insider News, right here, officially, on the Agents of the Unexplained. It is news night. It is a Wednesday in August. And we'll see how many more ventures we go here. Like I said last time, before this little submarine implodes. Again, wait, what? Too soon? Anyway, let's get into a news story I find rather interesting. A new force of nature? Question mark. Yep, comma. Fermilab scientists think so. Two things about this story. Fermilab is 4 miles away from Studio 401 here, where I am actually doing this little news segment. And second of all, it's a new force of nature that was discovered at Fermilab. Could this be an explanation of some paranormal experiences? If a fifth force is confirmed, it could be one of the most significant scientific breakthroughs in a century since Einstein's relativity theories. Huh? How cool is that? Scientists at Fermilab have found increasing evidence suggesting the existence of a new force of nature. This comes from observing muons, which is a subatomic particle that aren't behaving as a current understanding of physics would anticipate. This experiment, named G-2 at Fermilab, involved accelerating muons around a 15-meter diameter ring, circulating approximately 1,000 times at almost the speed of light. Researchers observed the muons behaving unusually. Yeah, probably pretty dizzy and getting a little nauseated. This unexpected behavior might be due to the influence of a new force not accounted for in the current standard model of physics. Now, the Fermilab team believes they'll have the required data within 2 years, but they face competition. However, a team at Europe's Large Hadron Collider, or LHC, has also been on the hunt for this discovery. Now, what I will say about Fermilab is that they have been on a constant research of the neutrino, which is a particle that can travel through anything, any solid object. Neutrinos enter one side of the planet and come out the other side of the planet. They constantly bombard our bodies, but these are atomic particles. So maybe when you get older, there'll be so many of them that eat in the head, turns you into a sponge, and maybe that's what causes problems. I don't know. But nonetheless, they are currently using a tube, which sounds kind of simplistic. It's really a little bit more than that, but Fermilab has been able to redirect these neutrinos moving at the speed of light from 30 miles west of Chicago, where Fermilab is located, through a tube all the way to a laboratory in South Dakota. When we come back, I got a really interesting story for you about a cryptid. Are you low on Bigfoot wares and apparel? Visit gotknockers.org to fill that void. Got Knockers has everything from soaps, plushies, shirts, hoodies, jewelry, and so much more. Inspired by a sighting of Bigfoot himself, Got Knockers was born. Visit gotknockers.org. Also, head on over to Facebook to Got Knockers community page, where you will find the best and brightest in the world of Sasquatchery. Got Knockers, brought to you by the mysterious tree knocker in the dead of night. gotknockers.org. Well, y'all, welcome back. Here's some interesting news. An audience from ABC responds to a survey on whether the extinct thylacine should be brought back to life. Yes, the thylacine. Scientists say that they can revive the extinct thylacine, commonly known as Tasmanian tiger, within a decade. But does anybody really want them to? There is a plan to edit a genome of related species, the Dunart, to resemble the thylacine's DNA, and then use another relative as a surrogate to gestate the reincarnated baby thylacine. The ABC asked the audience whether they were in favor of the resurrection, against it, or on the fence. It also asked what questions people had for experts. So here is how that survey went. Maybe I'm on the fence was a total of 8%. No, I'm against it at 24%. And yes, bring back the thylacine at an overwhelming 68%. Before you know it, we'll have that creepy looking dog thing walking around again in Tasmania and Australia, and probably here. Who knows? Thanks for listening to this edition of Agent Insider News, exclusively on the Agents of the Unexplained. And remember, you know more now than you did 10 minutes ago.
All right. I got this back. Maybe. But, I got this problem about Bigfoot. He keeps walking around in front of me. I'm going to do a little ad right here. Right in this little town of Sharon.
That's
They have
awesome.
different sizes of these down at the Wandering Soul. Soul. Danny Johnson owns it. It's at 142 East State Street in Sharon, PA. She does books, gifts, furniture. She has metaphysical books. She's going to start, I think in October. I think she said she's starting to new moon ring doing there and all kinds of stuff. I stopped there today, got that. I had to buy it. But
Absolutely.
no, she's a small shop, doing great. She has different artists with their stuff in there. Great little shop. Uh, Anyone that comes up to Sharon, stop there at 142 East State. Pay her a visit. Check out the stuff she has. Books on metaphysical. They got an old wooden elevator in the building. And she has it for the metaphysical books and that. Some of the legends from Egypt and all this other stuff, different countries. It's pretty neat. She got it laid out. It's a beautiful shop. Okay, enough talking about the shop. Let's talk about wine. You know anything about wine, Shane?
Wine?
Yeah.
I hear it sometimes. That's about all I know about wine.
Your wife's listening. You better be careful.
Well, I was referring to the male gender part this time.
Oh, okay.
Well, he can't do much whining right now, just mumbling, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. But what's up, Ron Howe? Allegheny Cellar Winery. They are awesome. They are the official wine of the Penn Ohio Conference, the Paranormal Conference, up in Hermitage, March 30th. You got to visit them when you come to the conference. Tara, you got to stay away. I don't want you getting drunk that day. You'll be wine tasting all day. Anyhow, let's get back to Bigfoot. Not as good as beer. All right, Dave. Yeah, Dave, we know. I'm not much of a wine drinker. Actually, I'm not a wine drinker, but I support them because this is a really good winery. It really is. And they're up in Bigfoot country. I like that even better yet. But now we were talking about your motion detectors and the perimeter, how you set it up. Did you guys have a little campfire?
Yeah, we actually get these little. I'm not sponsoring these, but we get these candles at the dollar store, and that's pretty good light. That way you can see your equipment. And we have a little grill that we put charcoal. Then we get a big stack of wood and have a fire going. It helps with the mosquitoes and plus actually with the smoke, with the bugs. So yeah, and it's nice to have a fire because Mike's usually in the mood to cook some brats or something and keep my coffee going. And so yeah, it works out good having a little fire.
And in Corky, we're Italians. A fire helps because they come and check out the fire.
Yeah, and that and smelling the food. I mean, it's one night we got desperate and Josh he said, let me check the back of my vehicle. And he pulled out a bag of Roman noodles. You get them for 33 cents at the store. And luckily I had a couple gallon water. So we boiled the Roman noodles. They was good. At 1 o'clock in the morning, they was good, but you don't have nothing else. So.
Oh, Josh, Roman noodles. He probably had it from the camp out stuck back there.
Yeah, we had to boil it a little longer. It might have been a little stale, but yeah, it was good.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But we got some goals. I wrote down some goals for our team, and I'll go over a few of them if you don't mind.
No, we don't mind.
One was to better pattern the seasonal movement of Bigfoot. That's going to help us to be in the right place per season, for right time. And one way to do that is find out what food they're wanting for that time of year. Like the berries coming in the spring, the mushrooms in the spring. Then there's summer mushrooms too. Then cattail roots. So if we can figure all that out, and I got a guy that's an expert on roots and plants, and I'm hoping to get out with him. I can't pronounce his last name, but his first name's Roger. I'm anxious to get out with him.
Now, you was talking about mushrooms.
Yeah.
Tara knows these people. I don't think you met them yet. You'll meet them at the camp out in September.
Okay.
Ron and Barb Strock.
I love Ron and Barb.
They was down in Beaver Creek. Yesterday, I believe it was. And they're right near the horse camp at the Yellow Trailhead. They were parked there, and Barb sees those mushball mushrooms, a bunch of them.
Oh, wow.
Now, Barb got to walk with a cane. She kicked her shoes off and walking in the grass. You can tell she's a country woman.
Good for you, too.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It grounded.
Yeah.
She's collecting all these, and she hears this god-awful growl. She looks up and she sees it, and it's growling at her.
Oh, wow.
And all she can think of is, oh, shit, I'm dead. I can't run. And she can't run. She got to use a cane. So she's getting her ass to the car. And she had some heart problems. It seems to get straightened out now. But Ron kept asking, how's your heart? You ain't going to die. Is your heart okay?
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, this was yesterday or night before. I had called Corky, who's telling him about it because he's right near there. Corky says they wanted the mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Take them back and let them know you brought it back.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you done pissed them off. Yeah, sure did. And so they end up taking it back. And she got a nice big pile for him. Says, I'm sorry, I did not know they were all for you. Here they are. I didn't do anything to them. They're yours. Got in the car and got the hell out of there. But yeah, so yeah, summer mushrooms, they're after them too.
Yeah, they sure are. There's the pheasant back. Then there's one that tastes like chicken. I can't think. Chicken of the woods, I think they call it.
Yes.
Clear up through the fall. I just seen some a couple of days ago all over the
Oh yeah, they grown and they brought off real quick.
Yeah.
No, Randy, she put them all back. Randy Heath asked, did she eat any of them? Wild mushrooms in the woods. Ooh, wild wood weed. Oh, but yeah, so I agree. You got to study the food source and what they're eating at what time of the year. They're eating more protein and stuff closer to fall.
Sure, yeah.
To build up
Just have to
the
deal
fat.
with it, yeah.
Yes. They got to build that up.
Yeah. A silverback gorilla, the average silverback gorilla requires between, I think it was 8,000 and 12,000 calories a day. So a Bigfoot, according to their metabolism, might be double that, in their size. So they would have to be eating a lot all night long. So as soon as that sun goes down, they got to be out foraging. And I imagine there's some places during the day, if they're remote enough, that's why people have day sightings, They got to.
Well, they're traveling day and night. They don't just sleep during the day, or we'll stumble
No,
on
I
them.
don't believe that at all.
And that's my belief, of course. But the thing is, a lot of the daytime sightings is when they're crossing a road or crossing a trail.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I had my sighting back in July. It was a daytime sighting about 10:30. So,
Yeah.
and the one that me and the wife had was, it was at night in November, road crossing. But yeah, they're moving day and night. It's just,
Mhm.
you know,
Well, mine was just at dark.
okay.
So, and it was watching me and see how close he can get to me. So, it just, that's why I say it was a juvenile more than anything, a teenager type one. So, man, I'm
And
getting heartburn.
another thing you can do is we use glow sticks. You can
Yes.
take them and mark the trail, or you can make a circle with them with these connectors and weave in an orb. And if you can't find the balloons, we've done that too. We can say it's never hurt us because some of our best nights is when we had the orb up. And so we can say that one's definitely beneficial to us. It hasn't hurt us. So there has been nights when it's just been totally dead, no matter what you did, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might not have been in the general area at the time.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Just like turkeys, we'll see them up in our woods for maybe a week straight, then you don't see them for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yep.
It's got like 1,000, I think it's 1,000-acre range. So, you know, the Bigfoots, they probably got different areas that they're feeding in and staying in per season. And
I say they work a circumference like a bear.
yeah, that only makes sense. That's why I try to recon a spot before we do a night setup. Go in and look for possible tracks. You know, as you're going through the fields, a deer will make a straight line. You know, you can tell where their hooves go. It'll be narrow. But if you see something 4 or 5 foot where the weeds are down and they're not down here, you know something bipedal's walk through. And
Yeah.
I try to get fresh evidence before we recon a spot. That way it gives us a better opportunity to film something on thermal or night vision or sound recorders. So.
Well, Randy and Mary Heath, both of their sightings, well, she had 2, Randy had 1, were during the day.
Okay.
The first one was down in Virginia along the interstate. Randy says, "Look at that cutout, Bigfoot cutout." She turned and looked at it. She says, "It's walking." And he turned and looked, and it was, you know, so that was on an interstate. Yeah, I think 77, going down through Virginia or whichever one it was. I'm not sure. Then the second sighting Mary had was January 23rd this year. Yes, Mary, I'm going to say it. On my birthday. On my birthday. And she didn't call me. She waited till that Thursday for a meeting to come tell me. And she looks over and she sees one right inside the wood line sitting down.
Oh, wow.
Back to her. And we went up in the area and it was there. You could tell where it was at. I found an impression in the ground. The snow was melted off. We had a light snow on the day she saw it. By the time we got there that following Sunday, it was gone.
Yeah, you seen the impression in the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
it
good.
was wet and released. So yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely good. That's what we try to do. If we catch something on iGlow on video or something, black image on thermal or whatever, we go back and do a recreation of how high the eye shine was, how high the black picture was, because we already got it on film, you know, on the phone video or whatever.
Yeah.
So we can line up the trees and get it all, and that's how Mike proved that eye shine he seen at the Vogue was 8.5 feet high. David was David Wickham was actually holding a silhouette of a Bigfoot, a cardboard cutout, and Mike was lining them up with what he had caught on video, lining up the trees, the branches.
Right.
You could only see this much of David's head, and the eye shine in the video was 1.5 feet above that or 2 foot above that. So we ruled out a deer. So
Yeah. Yeah. Pictures help. Pictures help. They do help. When me and Mary Fabian, Debbie Freggy, and Beth, I know her last name, but anyhow, the 4 of us were up in Cambridge Springs, PA, on a investigation. Lady sent a picture. You could tell there's a Bigfoot sitting there watching the cows in the field. And it looked like a big SOB. We get up there. The lady's acting, while Mary's talking, acting like this just happened in the past week. We get up there, it was 2 years before that these pictures were taken. So she's driving us all over BFE. Finally, we went past this place for the 3rd time. He stopped us and says, I'm telling you, that looks like, even though a couple of trees are missing up there, but it looks like that's where the tree line was. And the lady, I don't know. And all she did was talk the whole time. Mary had me up front, her and Debbie in the back seat. That's before Beth got up there. And I'm getting a headache from this woman's talking. And that's no lie. I'm getting a serious headache. And Mary looks over. I says, where's the pictures at, Mary? She said, I'm bringing them up on the phone right now. And Mary gets out. She's looking over across the field at the horse shed, this post and the way it is. And Mary says, here's the horses right before. And here's the field across the way. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
And here's, it might be. No, it is. We can tell by the pictures. That's the proof.
Yeah. If some was different from picture A to B.
Yeah. And so the only problem with that was private property. We couldn't figure out who owned the property, the farmer. There's a couple of farms there. And so we take have the lady take us back to her place. We're camping in her backyard. So Beth gets there. Mary, me, and Debbie, and Beth all decide we're going out and drive around. It's near Erie Wildlife Refuge up there. We found a lot of good signs. But it wasn't for those pictures, that lady'd still be driving us around.
Yeah.
Or I would have pulled my head off my shoulders and threw it at her. Jesus, she drove me nuts. But you get that.
Yeah.
But the pictures, I swear by, go back and check things out if you're not sure, or try to get a height. But when you got other witnesses with you, and they see it, and there's a video too, you don't say, well, you got to go back and get pictures to check, make sure the difference.
Hi, Vance.
Huh?
I said hi to Vance.
Oh, hey, Vance. Ladies. Do I look like a lady? Hey, Cork. Oh, shoot. But anyhow, the thing is, pictures do help, but they're not a guarantee.
No.
Yeah. I still get asked, why didn't I take a picture of the one I saw? You
You
stupid
had
ass!
time.
You stupid ass! 15 feet from me, I'm going to tell her, hey, stand up, smile. Let me get my phone out and get a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're so overwhelmed. That's the last thing on your mind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, you
Uh,
have to take it in, and it's like, what am I seeing? And by the time you would get your camera, it'd be long gone or blurry running or something. It's just, yeah.
it'd be blurry for me running backwards.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
One of
yeah.
my sightings, it was maybe like 15 feet from me to my left, and my first instinct was to run towards it, which
Oh,
isn't
wow.
a great instinct to have, but
No.
I instantly ran to where it was to find out where it went because it just disappeared. I don't
Right.
know.
Okay, that I understand. Yes.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even think about getting a camera out. I just wanted to run to
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
your mind's going so many different ways when you see it and think of what you're going to do. You don't think of a camera.
Mhm.
And, you know,
Okay. And that's another thing we're wanting to do is get cameras up on tripods, and Mike's
Mhm.
talking about getting us all some GoPros. So
Yeah.
hiking, you know,
Definitely.
you might be in shock trying to get your camera, but your GoPro's always going, so you got it. You
Yep.
know, it's
And I know people that wear them on their back too, so
yes,
that they can see
Yeah.
what's behind them.
that's what
a good idea.
I got that dashboard cam. I'm going to mount it to my backpack.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And you do it that way.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, we've had some stuff come up behind us. We'd walk on a trail, maybe a half mile, then turn around and start coming back, then get a whistle from where we just left. Or some,
Yeah.
you know, a limb thrown or something busting through the brush. And yeah, if you have that camera on your backpack, that's definitely gonna be.
yeah, that's gone. It's a thing. And
Yeah.
some of the things Mike told me that you guys are doing, it's like you guys are stepping the game up.
Oh yeah.
You guys
We
are
are.
stepping the game up. And that's what we need to do. And I start preaching that now because we got all this newer technology.
Mhm.
We got to get out of that old school frame of mind and start coming up with this newer technology and try to use it different ways.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'm very proud of what you and Mike's doing out there. Seriously,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
am.
we appreciate it. I mean, I know Mike does.
No.
Yeah, we make a good team. You know how you can connect to certain people. Me and Mike
Yes.
just connected right off, sort of like you and him did. So
Yes.
yeah,
Me and Mike, man, we connected right away.
yeah, brother from another mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep. And that's the thing. You know, I connect with a lot of different people on different scales.
exactly.
Yeah, and with Mike, it was yes, Carla, there are two peas in the pod.
Yeah.
You're 110% right.
And
Yeah.
Mike's the crazy one though. Yeah, you never know what he's going to come up with. Some of them pranks he pulls on me and that with the fishing line and the mask and that. You know, he's a tough one.
Oh, the shit he pulls on me. What the hell are you talking about? I see he's doing live. I get on. He's talking all good, and all of a sudden, blame about Bill. It's like, you shithead.
Yeah, it never a dull moment with Mike. That's for sure.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me bring this up.
Yeah.
There's footprints of dinosaurs posted on Facebook. No human ever seen a dinosaur live. Yet every adult or child will tell you any dinosaur was real. So why is the footprint of a Sas not taken as proven evidence? Makes no sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're 110% right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the thing is, Vance, and I'm going to say this from the bottom of my heart. These ones that say that are assholes. Okay? Prove to me a human in the middle of March in Western Pennsylvania walking along the sandy, stony beach of the Shenango Reservoir for over 100 yards, come out of the woods barefooted, walk up about 100 yards, come back and shoot up into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. That wasn't a human with a 14-inch foot with the,
No.
you see the metatarsal breaks in the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's Cork. That was a
That's good.
Thunderbird.
There's reports of them around in Pennsylvania.
What, Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
I took a report. I took a report Saturday. I did down at Patsy Hillman,
Mm-hmm.
and it happened a week ago.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's awesome. Yeah. I had a great response, Shane. Honest to God.
Oh, you're in Ohio. Sorry, Corky.
Yeah. But somebody was saying what was flying around Corky's area was a Mothman too.
Oh.
I heard Thunderbird too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But Saturday, I get up, got my PowerPoint right here. This little flash drive is got my PowerPoint. Put it on, projector's on. Got the first thing up, first slide up, introducing myself with it, and I started into my spiel, and I'm talking away, going boom, 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 boom. People are interacting. I get near the end and I look over. I went, shit, I didn't turn the slides. But I had a lot of interaction with the people. And at the end,
Great.
What?
I don't know.
What tail?
I'm not sure, Cork. I got to do more research on this. And the thing is, I got 3 different reports. One, definitely the Thunderbird. Then the Bigfoots, and one guy, couple Bigfoot sightings and a UFO sighting. But the thing is, when you try to get some reports, a lot of people don't want to give them. They'll tell you what their experience is, they don't give them. But I got those. I was happy. I had people coming up talking to me about their experiences all day. And it was great. I had a great time. And the people wanted to know more. And that made me feel good.
Oh,
That kinda-
yeah.
This was very, very, how can I put it? Invigorating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm breathing better. I'm feeling better. I'm doing more. And then having this and getting these reports, getting the people are excited to talk about this stuff. It's just invigorating. It makes you want to get out there and do more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Shane, what's
And-
one of your most memorable interactions or sightings that you've had?
Probably the one that sticks out the most. I mean, the most recent where I was by myself, but probably my best one.
Mm-hmm.
My wife always thought I was nuts going out Bigfoot hunting. But
Yeah.
we had our sighting about 4 or 5 years ago across 541 there at the Stockton and Knox County line. We both seen it. It was night, but I had my brights on.
So now she can't call you nuts anymore.
No. She's like, she looked over at me as I was driving, like, did you see that? I mean, we about hit it. I mean,
Yeah.
when it crossed the road from one woods to the other, you could actually see the butt muscles. I mean, this thing was, when people say it's like twice as big as a bodybuilder, yeah, it was huge. I mean,
Oh my
I was
God.
driving, I actually looking up and couldn't see detail. It was just huge. I mean, I couldn't tell you what color or nothing like that, but it was a
Tara, his wife still says he's nuts, though.
yeah. She died. I think it's something in my food. She puts in my food. I didn't figure it out.
This is what she said right there.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
With redheads, it's hard telling what they'll do to you. My daughter's the same way. You gotta keep an eye on her too. Maybe I gotta get one of them GoPros on my back for both of them. Yeah, I'm tag team. Yeah.
All right. Very important question right now for you. How many years have you been married?
36.
Wow.
Yeah, 36.
That's awesome.
My condolences, Carla.
Yeah, she about got me trained. I mean, I'm off the leash now, so I mean,
Well, that's
36
good.
years.
Is he housebroken though?
I think so. I'm pretty much good on that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But no, that's awesome. Congratulations to both of you.
Yeah. Thank you.
But with all honesty, for us Bigfooters that are married, our wives, they endure a lot. They do.
Mm-hmm.
You know that as well as I do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
I'm not seeing any of the comments, so I'm just okay. I'm
Carla
seeing it.
said-
I ain't showing him what Carla said though.
No, he said you're a
Manchester-
super guy.
Shut up. Yeah.
It's hard to live with me because I'm gonna get you some way. Like this evening, we took a nap and I had a wet wash rag on my forehead to cool down. I was taking it up, hitting it the ceiling, and trying to make a V where it landed on her. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm always pranking my daughter. Daughter was mowing the grass on the rider mower.
Mhm.
The property I got's got her house and ours. I just got a big jug of water that she was mowing and just splashed it on her. She was like, I'm gonna get you. She did. She taught me. About an hour later, she soaked me. But yeah.
But well, I got my wife today too. After I went up and got the birds' toys. Yes, sir, Jack. We see your comments. I try to look at all the comments, but I get sidetracked at times too. But I come home with all these things. She gave me $50. I come home. Well, I stopped and picked up $3 worth of sweet banana peppers from the farmer's market and a green tomato. That was $4. I come home with $22. So I spent $23. She goes, that's only $45. Where'd the $5 go? I said, the $4 I spent, plus you got the change you gave to the grandkid. Well, then I said, well, I got to take off. I'll be back. You didn't give me a kiss. So I walk in the room. I says, why would I give you a kiss? You accuse me of trying to steal one from you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And she got to put up with shit for me, too. But no, she supports me. She gives me hell about it at times, but she supports me.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you very much. The loose change I didn't count in, Brandy. Shut up. It came to $49 and change. I came home with, and then I rounded everything off. Jeez, oh man! I think he's on my wife's side. This guy's supposed to stick together. Damn it!
You'd think they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. My buddy Randy. I'll see you tomorrow night. By the way, folks, the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, Mercer Lawrence County chapter, I'm having a Bigfoot meeting at Ryder's Restaurant again. I'm not the chapter lead. Mary told me not to be, so I'm not going to be. But I already had this plan, and so if anyone else steps up to take over that chapter, that's fine. They can do it, whatever they want. But we're going to have the meeting tomorrow. Ben Duckett, the regional lead, will be down for that meeting. Mary Fabian will be there. Yours truly will be there. And I got a couple things I need to tell everybody and let them know about stuff. And then I just pray that someone steps up for the group, because I started that chapter and it grew. I just hope someone steps up and takes it over. I hate to see it go down. Got a bunch of good people in it. We need that. And that's about all I got to say on that. I can't wait to do my sweet banana peppers.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming to the camp out.
Awesome.
And Terry ain't going to get any because she won't be there.
No, I won't be there. Doing my first speaking engagement.
Oh,
You-
wow. Well, good luck with it. Where
Thank
at?
you. At the Cambria Heritage Festival, the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project is going to have a pavilion there, doing things, and some of us have asked to speak.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm excited.
What are you speaking on?
My experience.
On her feet.
Okay.
My
You'll
what?
you'll be on your feet. That's how you'll be speaking on.
Yeah, that's how I'll be speaking. Mm-hmm. But pretty
Hold
much,
it. Hold it. I got to say this right now. I just seen something. My cousin Linda's there. Hi, cuz. My cousin Linda Stahl.
gotcha.
I haven't seen her in 5 years. I miss you, Linda.
Sorry.
Why are you laughing? Oh, you just read that. Jesus, Randy. I see why you're laughing. No, you'll do good. You don't want to picture some of those people naked, though.
No, I don't. I don't. Mm-mm.
I got a smart answer, but I won't do it. I'll behave. But we'll definitely say a couple prayers for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
But I will
Yeah.
be there in April next year. Definitely, for sure.
Cool.
That Bill's camp out's coming back.
Mm-hmm. I will be
Uh,
there for that.
It's going to be out there in Encounter Quest. I'm going to North Carolina for Encounter Quest,
Okay.
which is Encounter Quest is this second week, I think the 12th and 13th of April.
Okay.
So I'm definitely going down to that. I'm definitely that's right after my conference too. So it's going to be busy.
Mhm.
Um, it's going to be real busy. Um, I'm going to have probably about 6 speaking engagements next year. I'm going to drag Shane to a couple of them.
Ah, lucky you, Shane.
Mhm.
Mike already got 2 lined up. He's probably going to have 3 or 4 more. I really pressured Mike into this, Shane, with his knowledge.
Yeah. He's
With his knowledge, yes. And when he spoke at the OBC this year, that fired him up even more. That he finally agreed with me, and I'm glad. I'm really glad. I'm not lying. And that I keep saying, we're moving on up. Yeah, we're moving up to get the information out and
Mhm.
figure out what's going on. Learn from others.
Absolutely.
That's what I go to a lot of events just to learn from other speakers and that. I do, like I said, I'm going to do probably 6 speaking things next year. Several events I'm going to be at just to go. So I can learn. Plus do a lot of field work.
Mhm.
My health is back.
That's
The
great.
world's in trouble. And I'm going to get out in the field more. I'm going to be like the Mike and Shane crew, be out there.
The best place to be.
Yep. Hey, Renee. Renee
Hi,
Dayhart.
Renee.
That's all I got popped up there. But what is your future plans, Shane?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Probably going to bed around 9 o'clock. Oh, you mean Bigfooting?
Yes, asshole.
Future plans. It's according to Mike and how fast he heals. So hopefully we'll get out maybe Saturday, but we'll see how that goes. That's up to Mike and his wife. His wife's being pretty stern on him right now. She had to
Good.
force NyQuil down his throat, which he needed. I said, you need to get in bed. So
They needed it.
she said he's so hard headed, but she finally won out. So
Yes.
So
Well, she was running to the store right before the podcast to go get ice creams, popsicles, and tape for him. So
yeah, he's been in pain in that now for a couple months. That teeth has been bothering him. So yeah.
I told him come see me. I'll take care of it.
No fishing line required, huh? Just take it out for him.
Bigfoot Mafia enforcement style.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm glad he had it taken care of.
Yeah.
He's going to be in pain somewhat for now, but he's going to do good. He'll be out there.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I saw you sent me one. All right. Here we go. Vance.
Mike and his wife was the name of the band that was back in the 80s.
Oh, my. So who was Mike and who was his wife? Because your name's Vance. You couldn't have been Mike. Don't tell me you was his wife.
Yeah.
Mike and his wife. That is a good name. That is a good name.
Mhm. I like it.
I do too. Man, that's a good one. I like that one. But all right, let's get out of here for tonight. I got to paddle my way back up to my place. It's raining pretty good out there still. At least I didn't lose power like we thought we might.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But Shane, thank you for jumping in and sticking with us.
Yes,
No,
thank
you're
you,
welcome.
Shane.
I appreciate the invite. Nice meeting you, Tara, and
Nice to meet you, Shane.
hearing your story. And I'd like to know more about them orbs. That's something.
I
Yeah.
played it at 7:30, Vance. You want me
I
to
will
play it
definitely
again?
get back. Yeah, get with you about the orbs.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right, wait a
You're
minute.
welcome.
Wait a minute. I got to do this for Vance. We're bringing the news back, people.
Attention Earth people. We won't be here long and will never return. How many of you would like to come with us? Right now.
I don't think the news did. It's on there for a second.
Well, thank
Step
you.
out. There's
This
problems
is the
going
maiden
right
voyage of Agent Insider News exclusively on the Agents of the Unexplained. I'm Vance Nesbitt, and I probably won't mention that again. So let's kick things off from a horror movie plot to real life. Scientists have revived ancient zombie viruses from permafrost and discovered they could still infect living
Good
single-celled
night, Randy.
amoebas.
Good night, Barb.
The chances of these viruses infecting animals or humans are unclear. But research
With all honesty, thank you all. Vance, we did play it at the bottom of the hour. You come in late.
It was at 7:27, I think.
Yes, we did it 3 minutes early. Shoot me. But anyhow, thank you, everybody. I'm going to play our outro now. Out we go.
This has been an Agents of the Unexplained original podcast. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe and view on YouTube. And please visit our store link in the bio. Thank you for listening. And remember that paranormal is the new normal.